Even though Maine's Death with Dignity law was signed 5 years ago, it's really only been the last 4 years that terminally ill patients in Maine have been availing themselves of it.
In that time, from 2020 through last year, 230 Mainers have died after requesting death with dignity. Nearly 3/4 of them ended up choosing the way they died. Most of the rest died from their underlying illnesses. News Center Maine's Caroline LaCour has more on what has become a saving grace for many and their families.
Experiencing her sister's death back in 2009, Valerie Lovelace returned to Westport Island with a different perspective.
And she died quite peacefully, without hospice, without anything. It just went that fast. That taught me something about dying.
She knew she wanted to help bring that same peace to others. Now, as an end-of-life educator, Valerie guides Mainers through Death with Dignity, a law allowing medically assisted death for capable adults living with a terminal illness.
That I just wanted to help people overcome the fear around death and the taboo around talking about it, so that people could be more present to their loved ones.
Now she's looking back on the 5 years since the act was signed into law.
And the beginning is hard to define, so our first legislative attempt here in Maine was 1992.
When Representative Patricia Hymanson presented the bill to the Maine legislature in 2019, there were concerns about how and why death with dignity would be used.
This bill provides a legal and insidious justification to lower the cost of care and deprive patients of the recent and phenomenally successful treatments for certain terminal diseases.
But others voiced their support of allowing someone to say goodbye on their own terms. That testimony eventually leading to a signature from Governor Janet Mills.
This bill is about loving kindness and respect for hearing what a dying person needs to close out their life.
1 year after Death with Dignity became law, News Center Maine spoke with Eric Carlson and his family. Eric chose to end his life after a terminal brain cancer diagnosis, something his family says brought dignity to them and the loved one they were losing too soon.
It just gives you a heightened sense of appreciating the moments that you have.
Lovelace says that appreciation for time with loved ones at the end of life is what she had hoped for when she testified for the law back in 2019.
If we can consciously be aware of the fact that our lives will come to a close, I think there can be such a thing as a beautiful death.
That was News Center Maine's Caroline LaCour reporting.